just about to get underway, towing the slab in today's game. Taylor Clark. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Now Correa up to hit. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Carew leads off first with one away. And a base hit into right center field. Coming around third is Carew. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead. 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so...
Runner takes off for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, maybe he thought he should have gone for a triple instead of a double and just decided, I'm going to take third this way. Definitely using his legs to his advantage right here.
And a pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third comes across, and they lead by 2.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it. And now they've got...
Can't glove it cleanly. Over to Mondesi. It's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get 2. But a good job to stay with it and make sure you got at least 1.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. That one the other way. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Twins 2 and the Royals nothing. Bottom of the first, Whit Merrifield up to the plate. And a pitch. Good eye right there. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. 1-2, bottom of the first. The pitch. Popped up. Molitor settles underneath it. Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Darryl Collins steps in for the Royals. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
There's a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
The line to kick the pitch. That one is upstairs.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Here's the 0-2. And fouled off.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And a swing and a miss. And that is that. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, top of the second. The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
The second baseman.
Clark back to work. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And here comes the power hitting catcher, Gary Sanchez. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Mondesi to second, over to first, safe.
Deceptive slider right there, stayed in the tunnel a long time, got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Justin Morneau, the next Twin up to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking.
Fires to second for one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, that was going to be a really tough one to turn 2 on. So a nice job to get the out at second right there. Hold on to the baseball. Shortstop clearly paid the price, but that kind of comes with the territory.
Now it's the power speed combo. Byron Buxton grounded out his first time. On the ground to third. They take the force out, and that is that. One left for Minnesota, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back here in Kansas City, here's Hunter Dozier to the dish. The wind of the pitch. And there's a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Strike 2.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's one out, the bottom of the second. Now at the plate, Edward Olivares. And the pitch. Swings and misses. 0-2. Just missed.
This hitter's been seeing good velocity in the at-bat. He's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Adalberto Mondesi up to the plate. Now a drag bunt, third base side. On the run, sends it over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. Here's a speed threat, Rod Carew. That's hard hit on the line. Olivares makes the grab, 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now batting, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
And here comes Carlos Correa, the American League leader in batting average this season. In the air, out towards left center. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Over to first, and he's saved. And now Harmon Killebrew. Up the middle, dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And now for the Twins, Paul Molitor. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Strike in there, and safe. It's a stolen base. First and third, 1 down. Hit hard, base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead, and they're up by 3. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
The pitch. The other way, Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
New arm out of the bullpen, Domingo Tapia. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. There's the ball. Throw to third. Too late. Safe. Double steal.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
Comebacker to the mound. And it gets by him. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Man at first. Stepping in, the long ball threat. Justin Morneau. On the ground to third, and foul ball. In the air to left center. Racing, makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Byron Buxton.
The center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Swing and a bouncer. And he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Welcome back. Set for the bottom of the third. Nicky Lopez up to the plate. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Next offering is in for a strike. Next pitch is inside. Going to count 1 and 2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Buxton drifts towards it. He's got it. 1 down. Here's Cam Gallagher.
The catcher, Cam.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. 1 down, base is empty. Foul ball. The 0-2. Fly ball down the line. Hunter moving under it. And it's caught for the out. So up now for Kansas City, number 11. And that's in there for strike 1. Now 1 miss. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that's outside.
1 strike.
Righty to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Has some trouble with it. And he'll be safe at first.
The right fielder, number 15.
In there for strike 1. Number 11 off of first with 2 away. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the DH, Rod Carew. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, shortstop.
So man aboard. So up next for Minnesota, Carlos Correa. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Olivares going back on this one. One away.
The first baseman, number 3.
Man at first. And now the first baseman, Harmon Killebrew. He's a guy who does it all. Tapia keeping him close. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. On the ground to short, and that one finds its way through. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Now batting.
So first and second with one man gone. Here's a big power threat. Paul Molitor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First pitch, and he just misses. And the right-hander deals. Line drive to short and caught.
The right fielder, number 48, Torrey Hunter.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now the right fielder, Torrey Hunter. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And the pitch. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He makes the grab, and that's the third out. Twin stranded pair, but they're still in control. It's 7. Bottom of the 4th, and stepping in is the speedy Darryl Collins. There's the strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Righty delivers. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now one away.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. And downstairs.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go. Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now. Up the middle. Tosses to first, and that is that. Back here at the ballpark, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Jorge Polanco. Tapia back to work. That one to first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. One away here in the 5th. Here's Gary Sanchez now. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Ripped into right center. Base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Drove that ball nicely. Put a great.
The left fielder, the 33, Justin.
Digging in, Justin Morneau. That one pushed foul. Chopper to second. Barehand grab, and they get the out.
The center fielder, number 25.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. And here's the Twins leadoff guy, Byron Buxton. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Mondesi collects it. Whips it across. Out number 3. Twins ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the speed threat. Outfielder Edward Olivares.
The center fielder.
And now the 0-1. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Morneau settles under it. And there's one down. And to the plate for Kansas City, Adalberto Mondesi. He's 0 for 1. Lined into right. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And next up for the Royals, Nicky Lopez. Ground ball up the middle. There's one. Nice grab. And no throw. He's into first easily.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Gallagher swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Lopez, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the power speed combo. Rod Carew.
The designated hitter.
Ripped to third and caught.
The batter, number 4. Shortstop.
Here's Carlos Correa. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Now he breaks his bat. Perez takes it himself. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Good fastball in on the hands. Makes the swing a little defensive. Jammed him up right there.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Harmon Killebrew, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Mondesi makes. Well, we go bottom 6. So up now for Kansas City, number 11. That one's in there, and that is strike 1.
Number 11.
There's the strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Got him looking. 1 gone here.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm. Put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Kicks and deals. The punch out there, 2 away.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Next offering is fouled back. And a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The pitch. Popped up. Foul territory behind the plate. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Royals. They continue to trail 7-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Amir Garrett. And we'll see how he performs in this situation with his team down big. And now for the Twins, Paul Molitor.
Leading off the
And a pitch.
The third.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He flexes his power with that swing. His 12th of the season. It's 8-0.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. Jorge Polanco, the next Twin up to hit. A switch hitter batting right. Swings through that one. 0-1. Bullpen action for the Royals. Josh Stamont, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Payams warming up as well. Out to short. And Polanco is out.
Up next for Minnesota, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
In today's game, you look at exit velocity as a measure of process, and if guys are hitting the ball hard, eventually the results usually follow. Gary Sanchez, he is a guy that hits the ball hard. The pitch. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it before it tied him up.
And next for Minnesota, Justin Morneau. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Garrett with a move to first. Sanchez back in standing. Up the middle, and that one handled. They get the force. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now an coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Taylor Rogers. And he's got a nice lead to work with.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Kicks and fires. Stays alive. And now the lefty. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next pitch misses. And the count is even 2-2. And he deals. Popped up. One up, one down. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Hunter Dozier. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Dozier.
There's a strike. The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 gone.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had "hit me" written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Late swing fouled off. Here's a 1-1. Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
The 3-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
We got a full count.
2 down, nobody on. And that one lifted in the air center field. And that's the inning. KC down in order. And they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, we're at the top of the 8th, and here's the Twins leadoff guy, Byron Buxton.
Number 25, Byron Buxton.
Garrett back to work. And a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Rod Carew, the next Twin up to hit. Garrett checks on first. Buxton back easily. On a line, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. And now the shortstop, Carlos Correa. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. Runner tagging for third. He's in there.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Mondesi tossed to second. Over to Perez for the inning. On to the bottom of the 8th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Adalberto Mondesi. And the first offering is not close. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And it gets by him. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's into second with nobody out. Now the third baseman, Nicky Lopez.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Rogers throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
Stays alive. 0-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch. Because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone, you got a better chance of having success.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Cam Gallagher. Next pitch is popped up.
Gallagher.
Killebrew right there to make the grab. And there are 2 outs.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Number 11 stands in now and watches strike 1. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Royals leave 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Scott Barlow. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Here comes a pitch. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And here it comes. Out to short. Now the throw to first on the run. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Torrey Hunter.
So up next for Minnesota, Torrey Hunter. Good contact guy, good defender. That one down the line, and that's just foul. And a pitch. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And a liner out into right center for a base hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Well struck left field. That's back there. And forget it. Jorge Polanco goes deep. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 10-0.
Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
Here's Gary Sanchez.
Now batting, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
In the air, right field. Merrifield raging back towards the wall. Can't get there, base hit. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And here is Justin Morneau. And first offering is fouled off. Up the middle. And a base hit. Sanchez around third. He'll score easily. It's 11-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Now on the bump, Joel Payamps. Big deficit here, but he's still got a job to do. And now Byron Buxton. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Play at third, in there. And it's 2nd and 3rd, 1 away.
Back-to-back singles. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
And now Rod Carew. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 13-0.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Correa now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Double play ball to second. Over to Mondesi. It's 1. Over to Perez for the inning-ending double play. Last chance for the home team. And now here is Whit Merrifield. Edge of the zone for a strike. Strike 1. And a good eye there. The pitch.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Darryl Collins will hit next. First pitch just misses. Left-hand batter waits. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes to count. The pitch. And that one wrapped foul. The pitch. Popped in the air. Left field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And now it's going to be Salvador Perez. Bounced out to short. Correa collects. Whips it to first on the run. Over to first, and that'll do it. And the Twins put it into their 4-game slide. Final score in this one, 13-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding